Hey, today we're going to talk about 3.4, carrying capacity. So before we begin, you can check out the Enduring Understanding, look at the learning objectives, and you can pause the video, review the essential knowledge as you set up your Cornell notes. So carrying capacity, we've been talking about this, but the carrying capacity is, again, the maximum population that an ecosystem can support, and this is determined by available resources. So when an organism or a population, when a population exceeds the carrying capacity, it's because it was it has showed great biotic potential and exceeded the carrying capacity because it overconsumed resources. And the reason that it overconsumed resources is because it had, or the cause of that is because it had a rapid population growth. So again, when you have a rapid population growth, that population is going to overconsume whatever resources are available, then it's going to exceed the carrying capacity, and then what happens is you'll have a population die-off. Now, two things can happen. Either the population can recover, and it will go back up, or you will have biodiversity loss. So those are the two possible outcomes. Now, in an R-selected species, remember the population is highly variable. It overshoots the carrying capacity and then has a die-off, and then overshoots the carrying capacity and then has a die-off. This happens repeatedly. Now, R-selected species can have many offspring, as you recall, and they're typically kept in check by other organisms and by the available resources. K-selected species, remember K stands for carrying capacity, R stands for biotic potential. The K-selected species will hover their populations around the carrying capacity. So we have predator and prey relationships, and this is a graph that typically the prey are going to be at a much higher population, and the predator and the prey populations are going to be kind of in sync with each other. When one is high, the other one's going to be high a little bit later. So it's going to be in sync, like they're both going to have peaks and valleys, but they're going to be offset a little bit. And I'll show you why that is. So we have the prey population is very high, and notice our predator population is increasing. So as the predator population increases, they're going to be consuming a lot of the prey. Remember, predators are going to have to eat multiple prey to maintain their population. So after the predator population starts increasing, there's going to be a dieback in the prey population. So the prey population is going to fall down, and the predator population is going to increase. But at this point, now there's way too many predators than there are prey. So at time B, what's going to happen after this? Well, the predator population is going to die. But at this point, the prey population is very low, and they're now able to consume more resources and start reproducing and increase their population. So at the next time, the prey population starts to increase, and the predator population is nearing its lowest. And at this point, the predator population is going to start increasing, but the prey population has now exceeded the carrying capacity, and again, it will start to decrease. So this is very cyclical, and it kind of operates like this. The predator population is going to be slightly after the prey population if you look at the shape of this graph. You will very rarely, you won't have to reconstruct a graph like this, but you will definitely have to evaluate a graph and determine which one is predator and which one would be prey. So for this FRQ practice, that was very, very quick, very easy, but we have two graphs. We have the predator in blue, we have the prey in red. So based on this graph, I want you to explain the impact that a virus in the predator population has on the prey population. Again, explain the impact that this virus has, this virus in the predator population has on the prey population. So I thank you very much for your attention. I hope that this was informative. I will see you soon. Thank you.